Hello Game fans! Co-op games can be wonderful, memorable gaming experiences, especially when you have a close friend, significant other, or even a family member on the other end. So here are my picks for the top 15 best indie games where you have to work together, with some hidden gems in the mix that you might not have heard about. Towerfall Ascension comes in at the lowest spot, not because it isn't great, but because I think of it as more of a local competitive title like Duck Game or Ultimate Chicken Horse, but it does have a co-op campaign mode that's worth a play. Same kind of mechanics, but against AI-controlled opponents, this is one of the best in the space for a reason and is not to be missed. A title that you might not have heard about is Dio, a co-op puzzle platformer which messes with the concept of split-screen multiplayer. You're able to hop between the two halves of the screen, being used in some clever puzzles, and given that it's free, why not give this a shot? A number of excellent co-op titles released in 2020, the first of which is Unrailed, where you and up to 3 other players must work together to build a track for a moving train such that it does not go off the rails. To do so, you need to clear the shrubbery, craft the track pieces and place them down, with a variety of environments and even upgrades for the train that keeps it interesting. Up next is Haven, not your typical multiplayer party game, but rather a full-fledged RPG for up to 2 players. Play as a pair of lovers who eloped to an alien planet in order to be together, having to work through their relationship issues while fending off the remnants from the past. It's not the most polished title, with some amount of repetition required in the overworld exploration and crafting, but with an interesting combat system and the 2 protagonist setup, it's perfect for couples more so than any other group. Arcade action platformer titles are excellent in co-op as well, harkening back to arcade titles like Metal Slug, and while there have been a number of good games like Broforce in the field, I would pick the beautifully done Blazing Chrome. It is perhaps more similar to Contra Roll Call, nailing everything from the action, pixel art and music, so grab a buddy and dive in. I like a variety of genres in the co-op space, so representing the crafting, survival, freeform builder is Terraria, often dismissed as 2D Minecraft, but is so much more. While it can be played solo, I think this shines in co-op, where players can work together, exploring the underground, getting resources, building your base, and even fighting bosses. There's just something awesome about building something together with your friends, which can of course be had in many other games, but Terraria as a game is fantastic, with the co-op only adding to it. The 1.4 update, titled Journey's End, has added even more content to the 10-year-old game, and given that it's pixel art, it doesn't look bad by any stretch and it's always worth going back to. An underrated hidden gem of a co-op title that I always love to mention is No Heroes Here, a title where a ragtag band of whoever is left in the castle have to work together to defend it against enemies. It has you preparing ammo, loading the cannons and aiming and firing them, with 3 different regions, 54 levels and 9 challenges to go through, providing plenty of content and challenge. Love the pixel art look, and if there's one title that you must definitely pick up, this would be it. Another 2020 title makes the list with Moving Out, where you play as furniture arrangement and relocation technicians and have to move all the furniture and household items to the moving truck. We can obviously see some very close lineage to the very popular multiplayer cooking title, but the change of theme and some new mechanics makes it a nice change of pace. You are awarded medals based on time used to complete a level, with optional objectives such as not breaking anything adding to the fun. Also from 2020 is PHOGS, the very cute co-op puzzle platformer title where you play as a 2-headed dog. Of course, you do have to work together in order to get things done, often limited by the length of your body and the different directions the hits want to move in, but in exploring the worlds of food, sleep and play, all wonderfully done might I add, this will entertain and delight. The third 2020 game in a row is Biped, another co-op adventure game where you play as 2 bipedal armless robots adventuring through the world. There are a whole host of puzzles that require 2 players to work together, whether it be passing items, activating switches, or even climbing and swinging around, with a whimsical world as well that's great even for young kids. Alright, so I'm a little biased with this entry, and it may be higher than it deserves, since Stardew Valley is perfectly fine and compelling as a single player game, but when you add up to 3 other players, this allows for multitasking and the division of labor. Like Terraria, the relatively freeform way that you can build your farm lends itself to creativity, although the host player can choose to set things like no sharing of money. Since this was already such a cozy title, adding friends only makes it even better, and I had a fantastic time doing so. A hit from 2019 is Heave Ho, where you are the inverse of the characters from Biped mentioned above, being blob-like creatures with 2 arms and no legs, who can swing around and grab surfaces and ropes in order to get to the end of the level. However, it gets even more interesting when there are multiple players, where you can link hands to form chains, swing and even throw players around, with the optional coins being part of the fun. One of the go-to co-op titles is Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, where up to 4 players have to operate a battleship to make it safely through the galaxy. While you can play this solo with an AI companion, it's not very good and is always more hectic and fun with friends, where different stations like shields, weapons and navigation have to be managed, and is one of those titles that would not work without other people. There have been quite a number of co-op first-person shooters throughout the years, from loosely team-based titles like Team Fortress to more focused experiences like Left 4 Dead, Payday and even GTFO, but a title that has become one of the best is Deep Rock Galactic. Play as space dwarves delving into alien planets and mines to get resources, fending off aliens and fighting your way to the extraction zone in every run. Plenty of upgrades and variety in character classes will keep you playing, where once again, 4 appears to be the magic number when it comes to this type of game. And of course, the undisputed king of the co-op titles still remains as Overcooked, but this time with the all-you-can-eat edition, combining the first 2 games into one package at 4K and 60 FPS. The first game's maps and mechanics have been retooled to that of the sequel, allowing you to do things like throw ingredients, with all the additional content and DLC bundled into one massive package. It's currently on new-gen consoles with PC and last-gen versions releasing next month, but based on how much I enjoyed the first 2 games, it takes the #1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos and I will see you after the jump.